So welcome to the Record Power Studio. We've had a bit of a change around now, and what you can see in place is the Record Power Envoy lathe. Now what we're going to try and do is put some packages together for you, which we're going to launch on March the 1st. The two packages involve the Envoy and the Regent. If we concentrate on the Envoy first, what you can see is obviously comes on the leg stand, cast iron with adjustable feet. You've got the tailstock, the tool rest and the headstock, and you've got over the bed on there you've got 16-inch capacity, which is 410mm. Between centres we've got 610mm, which is 24-inch. To put this to its maximum, if we rotate the headstock by just using the Tommy bar, unlocking on the pin, we can rotate that round. If the headstock goes straight across, you can add an outrigger to that. That'll give you 1000mm, which is 39-inch ball turning capacity. What you can see here as well is the switch configuration on the magnets, so we can attach that anywhere on the bed itself. You've got the start, the emergency stop, and then we've got the forward and reverse, and then the dial on the top is obviously the speed control. That goes back on, position that's required. If you rotate this all the way around as we're going round, what we can see inside is a 3-step pulley. Once the doors open on this, there's actually a limit switch in there that makes this safe. So we've got a 3-step pulley on there that give you a range of speeds. On them speeds, if you put it on pulley number 1, which is position number 1, we can go from 250 to 750. The middle pulley we've got from 550 to 1650. And then the fastest pulley, the one with a lower torque, high speed, will go from 1300 to 3800. You can also see in there as well the indexing that you've got on there for doing an indexing work number from 1 to 24, and the hand wheel that all comes part of the machine. We can rotate that back round, you can hear the clicks that lock it into position, and then obviously we can slide the headstock to wherever we want as well on this to make it more comfortable to turn. Lock that back in position, that'll come directly to centre. As standard, you get a revolving centre and a 4-prong centre. But this is where we want to put a bit of added value in. We're going to give you a promotion, like I mentioned earlier, that's starting on the 1st of March. What we're going to be doing now is introduce you to a few of the accessories that we're going to put into this package. So if I just make a little bit of room, so we've got from the SC4, SC3, SC2 and SC1, with a small range of jaws, then the full range of centres that we do, you can see there, from the multi-centre to the revolving centres to the 4-prong and 6-prong, even to the sprung centres. So what we're going to do with the Envoy is we're actually going to give away the 103 930, which is the sprung centre. As well as that, then we're going to add the SC3 chuck. Now the SC3 chuck comes with a direct thread M33. We'll throw the faceplate ring in with that and the 50mm jaw. Then also, as part of the package, you get the woodworm screw, obviously the chuck key for taking the jaws in and out, and the combination of screws and grub screws that actually put this all together. So that's the value added package. So you're going to be buying the lathe, we're going to be throwing this value added package in, and what you'll see come up on screen is the prices for the UK market and the European market with the full price and savings on there. So just take a look at that and see the value in the actual Envoy lathe. If I just put this back in place now, what I'm going to explain to you now is the same sort of value added package that we're going to have, but we're going to do that with the Regent lathe. So the specs slightly different. Obviously we're not going to swap the lathe over straight away, but just to tell you the specs on that, we're going to go from a 16-inch over the bed to an 18 inch over the bed. So you're going to have 460mm diameter over the bed. The bowl turning stays the same, 1000mm, which is your 39 inch. Obviously, speed ratio from 250 up to 3800, but we're jumping up. On the Envoy we had a 1.5 kilowatt motor. We're actually jumping up to a 2 kilowatt motor on that one. And then probably one of the other questions you got is the weight. So on an Envoy you get 140 kgs, and because the only thing you're changing, the legs and the bed are exactly the same. Obviously the only thing that's slightly different is the headstock and the tailstock itself going up to 18 inch, so it just adds another 7.5 kilo to that one. So you're looking at around 145, 147 kilo for the weight of the Regent on that. The value added package on this one, instead of the number 3 that you get with the Envoy, we're going to throw in the SC4. Again, M33 direct thread, can go straight onto the spindle nose. The same package in the chuck itself with the 50mm jaws, the wood screw and the faceplate ring, the extra screws and grub screws to put that together, and then obviously you've got the Allen key, chuck key for taking the jaws in and out. What we'll also do is replace the extra centre. We had the 103 930 before. We're going to go up to 1.25 inches, the 103 950. Again, this is a sprung centre, adjustable in the rear of that. There's a grub screen there. You get the Allen key as part of the kit. You can adjust that so it's firmer if you're doing your hardwoods, or softer for your softwoods. All individually cut teeth on there, so the compression that you're going to get in and the grip you're going to get in there obviously helps no end and is a lot safer. You're going to stop any slipping as you're doing that. Like I mentioned, number 2 Morse taper that goes straight in. Again, that's the value added package that you're going to get with the Regent, the bigger machine. So there you have the 2 packages with the added value. Just to finish off now, what we want to do is just introduce also a buy at the same time. Now this is the Coronet Falcon Universal Live Centre, which is a code 103910. What you get along with that is the standard centre, and then you get the option of 4 different tips that come with that. We've got the multi-tooth, which you imagine you've got the multi-tooth on the headstock. We put a revolving multi-tooth on the tailstock. The grip that you're going to get there and the accuracy is second to none. We've also got the traditional tip that comes as part of the package that pops straight in, and you can hear how that goes on. Once they're in place, obviously the way they locate, we do put in the package this Tommy bar which screws together. Once that's together, that can go in through the tailstock at the end, and obviously it comes in to the centre itself and just pops out the traditional centre. We've also got the fine detail centre, which you can see is a longer length on the actual centre there, so you can get in behind with the tools as you're doing that for more detail work. Again, that pops in and we can force that straight out. You can see the rings on there, the rubber rings on there that actually help secure it and keep the accuracy there. And then finally we have the pen mandrel centre, which again, straight in. That's bored all the way through to accept the pen mandrel for that position. So that's the centre that we've got on the 103 910 Coronet Falcon Universal Live Centre, number 2 Morse taper. That's a buy at the same time, and again you'll see the prices on the screen. So if you purchase the lathe, whether it's the Envoy or the Regent, you'll get the value added chuck and centres as part of the package, but we didn't want to leave this out. Value added or buy at the same time to make the kit complete. As we mentioned before, these are going to be on our website, so check that out, or contact your nearest dealer and their website where all the offers will be available.